What's up, everybody? This is Janky J from the For Real Takes. Today we've got.
This pick.
Harv from the world famous Harv Movie Hut.
All right. I'm still not famous, but.
No.
Coming at you live from the Movie Hut.
From the movie. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and kick this off with what we watched this week. Disc, what'd you watch?
I watched a 1971 movie, I believe. It was called Harold and Maude. It's a really interesting movie. It's very contrast of a film about these two characters. You get Harold and Maude, obviously. And
Wow.
Harold, he's 20 years old, and
Didn't
Maude
think of that.
is 80 years old. And they fall in love, and I'm trying to think what else happened. The whole time, the reason why I say it's a contrast, actually, is because Harold, all he thinks about is death. He's very interested in death. And Maud is very joyful and cheerful and loves life. And they met at a graveyard. And Harold likes to go to graveyards because he's into death. But Maud is interested because she's worried about dying. And it's the whole opposite. And the whole movie's like just it's so weird and interesting seeing them being able to like enjoy each other's time being so different. And it's just really interesting. And the whole movie, there's a bunch of Cat Stevens songs. So if you love it, you'll love it. If you don't, you might get annoyed. But that's pretty much what I watched, and I put it in my top 4 on Letterboxd, and it might stay for a little bit, but we'll see.
I was surprised that you put it.
Disc putting or
I
just
did.
him putting it in his top 4 tells you everything you need to know about the movie.
I'm just a sucker for movies that have really big contrasts like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are the most interesting ones for me.
Well, I'm gonna watch it just for the Cat Stevens thing because that sounds fun. But yeah, I was surprised that you knocked off Mallrats for
Yeah.
this movie for one time watching it too. That like when I put
No,
Ironweed on mine. You watched it twice?
I already watched it once already, yeah.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I like it. It's a fun one. But
Right.
I swapped a comedy for a comedy, so it is what it is.
Yeah. About you, Harv?
I just can't get over Disc's answer there. Wow.
It's just Kevin Smith. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow. Okay, so I actually watched 2 movies. There were the original and the sequel. It's called from 20, I believe it's 2013, 2012, something like that. It was called Wolf Cop. It's a horrible low budget Canadian film. Um, both were the sequel and the original. It's a horror movie, comedy. It's bad, but it's a fun watch.
Does it have a wolf cop in it?
Yes, believe it or not. Like
Shit.
I wouldn't have thought by the damn
Yeah.
title, but yes, there is a cop that is a werewolf. There you go.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's a lot of gore, cheap gore. It's not like Terrifier, just buckets of blood, but there's a lot of gore, some sickening parts, some disgusting parts. It's a fun fucking watch. I recommend if you haven't watched Wolf Cop and Wolf Cop 2, go for it because it is definitely you'll enjoy it.
And speaking of Kevin Smith, isn't he in
You shut
that?
up. You already had your time.
Wait, is
I was
he in
waiting
one of
for you
those?
to come back at me because of what I said about Kevin Smith. I thought you were going to throw it in and be like, "Yeah, he's in it," and that makes it
Oh
better.
yeah. Actually, yeah, he is. So he's on part 2. But he's not credited, which is weird. I was looking for his name in the credits, and he's not in. I may have missed it, but I ran through him twice just to see if he was in the cast. He's not credited in the film. He plays like the mayor of the town,
Hmm.
and it was just a shock because all of a sudden he just pops up and starts talking to one of the other people in there, and I was like, oh, that's Kevin Smith. And then I seen if he wrote it, if he did direct. He had nothing to do with that. He was just an actor in the movie.
So he had an
So
uncredited speaking role.
yeah, he did.
Wow. Interesting.
Unless they changed his name and I didn't catch it because there was somebody named Kevin in there, but it wasn't his last name. It wasn't Kevin Smith. It was Kevin something else.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they did that.
That's
Maybe it was a
interesting.
typo. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Is it like Kevin shit?
No. It sounded a little funny, but I was like, but
Yeah.
I didn't really watch it or pay attention that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one that I watched this week was the 1997 remake of Lolita. You guys ever seen either of those?
No.
Boy, it's uncomfortable. So the original
I saw the
was,
first one.
yeah,
saw the
that
first
was
one.
the Stanley Kubrick one. Yeah.
Wait, is that the one with what's his name? Maybe it was the newer one. I can't remember.
So the original one had Peter Sellers in it, and I think it was like 65 or something, like somewhere in the 60s. And then this one, like I said, 97. This has Jeremy Irons in it, and Melanie Griffith is in there. Dominique Swain or Swan, or I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But yeah, this was I'd seen the Stanley Kubrick one, and that one, it's uncomfortable because of the subject matter and stuff, but it wasn't too graphic in the depiction of the relationship. And basically it's about this guy who he's like renting a room out at this house, and he's like a teacher and author or something like that. And while he's there, he's slowly kind of falling in love with the girl, the daughter of the house. It's just a wife and a daughter, and her name's Lolita. She's underage. I think she's like 16 or something like that. And he starts a relationship with the mother in order to be near the girl, and from that point the story spirals off into fucking absolute chaos. But it's really, like I said, very uncomfortable. And this one definitely has a lot more of the visual depiction of their relationship. It's like the nicest way I can say it. And so adding that on top into the already uncomfortable context of the film just made it even worse. And you just feel kind of gross watching it, which sucks because Jeremy Irons is so fucking good at. I mean, everybody's good at it, but I love Jeremy Irons, and so like having to see him in a role like that where you're just like totally, you're like, you're despicable, you're absolutely despicable. And it's sad to say, like, he's played villains before, like he voiced Scar, in The Lion King and shit like that. And so like, he's been a villain, but there was something about this character where you're just like, dude, fucking gross, man. And so yeah, with all that being said, it was still a good movie. There were a couple of things that I think could have been done a little bit better, but yeah, I think that icky feeling just kind of comes with the territory with a movie like this, in general. So that was the one I watched.
I started watching that movie actually. That version, the newer version.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like takes place like in older, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it takes place like, I don't remember the
Like
exact.
the time period is like
It's like in the
in the
50s or 60s or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So I started watching it, and yeah, for what you were saying, the whole I just was like, am I supposed to be watching this? Are they supposed to even be playing this? Like streaming
Right.
this? Like what is going on here?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I got a little too uncomfortable with it, and I was just like, I don't know if I should be watching this because I felt like I was going to be put on a list or something somewhere. I
Right.
continued watching it, so I shut it off.
Well, imagine when I bought it, because I went to my local movie store, like used movie store and shit. And I remember, because like I said, I watched the original, so I knew what it was. And I
Yeah.
remember, like, I had it. I think I bought like more movies just so it's like when you buy condoms, like you can like also buy like a candy bar or something to like kind of mix it up. So I got like a couple other movies. I was like, maybe they won't like recognize it, but yeah, it's definitely a uncomfortable movie all around.
Yeah. Disc, you might like it. You like those kind of movies.
Well, I was just about to say it's funny because we both watched movies with big age gaps.
Yeah, except yours sounds a little bit more appropriate in a way.
Illegal, I guess. But
His was at least just a friendship movie.
Yeah.
no, they fell in love.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
They fall in love?
20-year-old. Yeah, at the end, like they're basically dating, and he proposes to her.
How old is she?
During the movie, she's about to turn 80. So yeah.
What the fuck? I guess
No,
something was in the
let's
air this
He
week.
just wants that life insurance policy. He's like, oh, she's about to kick it pretty soon.
Right. It's horrible. Well, so that's the movies that we watched this week. Our next topic is something I'm very excited to shit on Disc Pick for, because apparently we have differing opinions on Nick Cage movies. So, what is your deal? Like, you think like he's only done action movies? Like, what was it?
Yeah, like 80%. I'd give it. I feel like 80% is action, and then he has like sprinkled in a little bit of other genres. But at the end of the day, I feel like his acting is just not that great.
Okay, so
Okay, I gotta get close to the camera for this one.
And with Willy Wonderland, I feel like he should have stopped.
You are out of your fucking mind, because
He's
that
not
movie
even
is a gem.
acting.
That movie
You
is a
can't
gem, and you shut the hell up.
If he wants to do
Correct.
a movie without talking, just do a silent film at that point. Am I wrong?
Kick him from the podcast.
well,
How
not
are
allowed
they
to
going
talk
to make
anymore.
a movie called Willy's Wonderland, put Nicolas Cage on the banner, and him not even say a word? And that's just okay for everybody, and they enjoy it.
well, I can't defend Willy's Wonderland because I never watched it. So I'm gonna have to
Like,
defend movies that I know
It's a-
are
it's a
absolute
better-
fucking gems.
It's a better version of Five Nights at Freddy's.
They're
Before
both,
what?
they're both bad.
Five Nights at Freddy's, I agree, but Willy's Wonderland is
And
fucking
Willy's
phenomenal.
Wonderland.
You are insane. You
All
do
right.
not. You
Well-
do not know movies to be talking that well. To be talking that bad about a movie,
Well, I gotta say
Mr.
this.
Untamed Hearts.
I watch movies where people talk. I'm sorry.
Okay, then you need to watch Raising Arizona. You need to watch The Family Man. You need to watch City of Angels.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas. You need to
Honeymoon in
watch
Vegas.
Watch that, yeah. I do want to though.
even Gone in 60 Seconds. I really liked. Now he's a little corny in that, but that movie's kind of corny in general. But like,
That was a fun movie.
it's fun, yeah. And so like, and even some of his action ones, like I think if you watched Face Off, you'd probably have a good time with Face Off. I think. Did you not like National
Don't
Treasure?
shake your head. No, don't shake your head. No. Don't be dismissing movies before you even watch them.
This is my Nicolas Cage opinion. You know, silent. Sorry.
Joe is a really good one. There's a lot. I think with Nicolas Cage, the thing is that he's done so many fucking movies that you do have to kind of like, because like there was a whole thing about he was like broke, right? And then he had to do a bunch of movies to like recoup a bunch of money that he'd lost because he was buying like dumb shit. I'm pretty sure that's the story. I could be completely wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I heard something about that. And so he took on all of these really shitty roles because it was, you know, like a paycheck. But like if you look at his stuff, like even in his newer stuff where he was taking shitty roles, there were a few that were kind of sprinkled in there, like Pig. I know a lot of people really liked Pig. So you
There's that one with Pedro Pascal that everybody the most recent one of the more recent ones.
Yeah, Dream Scenario.
Even that one, I don't know. It's just weird. And like his two most recent ones that I could say I've seen that I did not like is The Surfer and Willy's Wonderland. And every time I watch those two, the whole time I'm just like, why is this guy still doing movies?
Go back to the 90s. That's what you need to do. You need to go back to the 90s and you look at his movies from the 90s. And I think you'll have
But I'm
a
still
completely
Talking about Valley Girl. He's in Valley Girl.
Yeah, did you like Valley Girl?
Yeah, but like I said, he doesn't do a lot of those types of movies.
He did though.
Yeah,
he did at one point. Like I said, like I think if you went back to the because what Family Man was 90s, wasn't it? It was like late 90s, right?
I've seen that. I-
Early 2000s.
You saw
That
Family
one's
Man?
okay. That one's okay.
Did you see
That's
City
a
of
normal
Angels?
movie. No.
I love City of Angels. That might be a guilty pleasure though. I don't know. I don't know
That
how
was a good
well.
one. No, that one. I think that one is a
I
good one.
think
Okay.
I think I will like Leaving Las Vegas. I just haven't got around to that one. So
Leaving
I
Las
think
Vegas is a good one, and Honeymoon in Vegas is a good one too.
I think at most he'll have like 5 movies I actually like of his.
And
Out of,
then
like you said, and I know he has done a lot of movies. Like when you were talking about it, I know he has. He has a lot of movies, but I just think there are a lot of not good ones that aren't even worth
On
taking.
Air. On Air is a fucking great movie.
Yeah, Con Air is really fun. It's
I
just
haven't
like
seen it.
what do you think that do you not like the movies that he's in, or do you not like him as an actor?
I think he's just overcasted, and he doesn't really give a lot when he's in.
Because you haven't watched his older movies. What? So like, okay,
Oh my God.
think about it like this: you have a job, right? And all of a sudden you don't have a job and you need a lot of money, so you go and you take a shit job. I doubt that when you take that shit job, you're going to put forth the most effort, right? So like, I'm not saying that he's completely like phoned in every role that he's been in for the past 15 years, but I wouldn't blame him if he did. And so like, you got to think back to like when he was doing the movies that he was like passionate about and the movies that like gave him the proper tools to do what he needed to do. 'Cause even when he's crazy and zany, like Bad Lieutenant, the Bad Lieutenant 2
But why
movie.
do we have to settle for less just because he doesn't want to do them?
What do you mean?
Like you said, like he's not as passionate or whatever being
You
in those
pulled
movies.
that little piece from everything he just said.
No. I'm just saying, why
Like
should we
that's the
settle
piece
for
you
less?
you hung on
Continue to
to,
watch
that
them
that little phrase
if
compared
we
to all
already
that he just
know
said.
Well, I'm
if
not
we already
even.
know they're not going to be as good.
I'm
Like
And
not.
you're
no,
telling me to go to the
Stone's a pretty good
'90s
movie.
when he actually tried.
Well, I'm not
At that
saying
point,
that
that's
he's
showing
not
you should
though.
just stop,
I'm
right?
no. I'm not saying that he wasn't passionate or that he wasn't trying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like if he
But it's
was
true.
doing that, we don't know if
It's
it's
true.
true. We don't know. I mean, like I said,
Well,
like he's done like really dumbass movies, like in the like 2010s. He did like a slew of bad movies, but were those bad movies or was it bad Nicolas Cage? Maybe a little bit of both. But again, I think that there's like any actor, like for the most part, like outside of like a few like big A-list actors, will have a stretch of movies that you've probably never even fucking heard of, right? Like I bet you know who Bruce Willis is. I bet you probably haven't seen a quarter of Bruce Willis's movies that he's actually done. He did a lot of
you
shit
know why?
movies.
And so look at De
There's a lot of
Niro. De
action.
Niro even admitted that because he needed money, he took on a lot of shit roles
Yeah.
because he needed the money.
It's
And
a
it could be that he does his best, but because the script or the director or whatever might not be the greatest of their particular skill set, um, that he can only do so much. You're not you know you can't slap lipstick on a pig and call it a fucking a prom queen.
yeah. I just think I don't know. I feel like it would do you good to go back and watch some of his earlier movies. Not even earlier, but just like there's so many like dude, Matchstick Men is another one. Fucking one of my
That's a great
favorites,
one.
man.
But
Um
okay, so say I do that, right?
mhm.
And say I see a Nicolas Cage that I didn't see. What benefit is that giving me? That's just proving my point more that he should just stop, right?
No. No, because it's
Because
like
I'm seeing a
it's
better Nicolas Cage that I know I'm not going to see now because you just told me that they're better in the '90s,
no.
right?
I'm not saying that he was better in the 90s. I'm saying his movies. So it's not to say he should stop because if he stops, he'll never be in a great movie again. But if he keeps going
Like,
and somebody huh?
he hasn't been like all 2010s, all pretty much all 2020.
It's funny you make this argument, but you love Kevin Smith movies, and Lord knows, and I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. Those movies are not the greatest.
No, I'll say they're dog shit actually. Everything past what Red State.
I would say
Yeah,
even some before
I'm not
are
saying
not
all,
great movies.
but that's
Should Kevin Smith stop?
no.
Right.
Well then,
Because then
shut the fuck up.
you might not ever get a great one.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you stopped either, though. That's the thing with Kevin
Yeah, you
Smith.
would.
Well, you may not
Yeah,
be
you
mad,
would.
but
You'd be heartbroken like me.
you'd be like, damn, I wish Kevin Smith would have done another movie like before his
Oh,
time was up or something. Like, maybe even like 5 more movies or something, you know?
I really wish he released Moose Knuckle or whatever.
Moose Knuckle.
I think it's funny too that you're trying to tell me Kevin Smith as a comparison because Kevin Smith doesn't talk in his movies.
No, that's not
No,
the
but Jason
comparison.
Mewes does.
Is that what you're trying to do to me right now?
No.
He doesn't say anything until one line, maybe.
I'm trying to say that if you had like a Gen Z younger person who had only seen Yoga Hosers, who had only seen Tusk, who'd only seen like
430 movie.
like these movies, right? And said that they didn't like Kevin Smith, you'd be like, bro, no, you need to go back to the 90s. You'd say the same fucking thing I'm saying right now, and you would. And so the point is that again, Kevin Smith is making dog shit right now, but it's not to say that he might not completely throw us for a loop and make another fucking.
I wouldn't go that far. I won't go that far, Shrek. He doesn't make complete dog shit. I'm just trying to make
I'm
saying that his movies
shit.
aren't. Well, I'm not.
I am.
Kevin, if you're watching, just letting you know, I'm a huge fan. Fuck this guy.
No, I'm a bigger fan because I'm going to tell you the truth. Your movies suck, and you need to get back to what. Because here's the thing, I know Kevin Smith is an extremely talented person who is fully capable of making great films and chooses not to. Now that's punk rock, but still, I'd like some fucking quality movies from time to time. Just sprinkle one in every like 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, he has. He's look at Clerks 3. Clerks 3 was a great movie.
I think the ratio though is really.
Don't you fucking get silent on me, goddammit. It was a good movie.
Okay.
Because we're talking about Kevin Smith, right? Who puts a movie out every 10 years?
No.
Basically, it feels like.
No. It's like it's like
you
every
just got fucked up sense of time.
Yeah.
I'm saying the ratio between Kevin Smith and Nicolas Cage. You see Nicolas Cage probably
one's
almost
a director, one's an actor.
You will see. Well, they're both actors, technically.
But
since you brought it up and we're comparing the actor aspect, you see Nicolas Cage at least once a year. You can't say that about Kevin Smith.
Well, okay, so yes, they're both actors, but we're talking about like if we can't compare release times because Kevin Smith is also like fronting the bills for his own movie, so he has to save up to like produce them and shit.
An actor.
Matter of fact, I just saw him on a shit
I'm comparing.
Wolf Cop 2.
What I'm comparing is your appreciation. I'm not comparing quality like as an objective thing. I'm saying your appreciation for Kevin Smith was born from his foundational movies, and you can also say that his recent movies have been lesser. So that's the point I'm making, is that you were a fan of him in the 90s, and now you'd say like, yeah, I might be still a fan, but the movies are kind of like shitty in comparison to what they used to be. And the same goes for Nicolas Cage, is that in the late 80s, early 90s, he was amazing. He was a great actor, did a lot of different shit. And now he's kind of like had, a span of bad movies with some great ones sprinkled in. So that's all I'm saying, is that like, I don't think the idea of him stopping would benefit anybody, because then we would guarantee, no possibility of something amazing in the future. Same with Kevin Smith. If Kevin Smith said, I'm releasing this fucking Moose Jaws movie, and then that's it, I'm retired, I'm doing the Quentin Tarantino, no more movies. If he did that, then you're guaranteeing that you'll never see a great movie from him ever again. And that's sad. That makes me sad. Because I love Kevin Smith too. I'm a big fan of his, but I'm not gonna say his fucking recent movies have been good. They have not been good. They're just simply not good.
I don't know. I just don't think I could ever. I don't
You do
think
know
me
you're just
going.
fucking stubborn as a goddamn
I
mule.
don't think. I just don't think that whatever I watch in the '90s is gonna change how I feel about current Nicolas Cage.
No, it might not
Like I
change how you
might
feel
like
about
him
him
more.
currently.
I might like him more,
Yeah, that's all
but
I'm
it's not
saying.
gonna change
That's all I'm
what
saying
I'm
you
thinking.
need. Because here's the best case scenario: you watch a bunch of really great fucking movies. That's the best case scenario. That's all I want for you is to, because like if we weren't
Not
fighting
me.
about this right now, then you will probably have never given old Nicolas Cage movies the chance that they absolutely deserved because you're basing it off of Nicolas Cage today. So you'll never watch Con Air and you'll never watch Matchstick Men and you'll never watch these awesome movies that he did back in the day because your opinion is warped by what's happening right now. And so that's my hope, is that like you actually go back and give those movies a chance, because then you just, now you have great movies that you got to watch for the first time. And that's kind of the beauty of it.
Sure.
Fuck you, Disc. You know what? Why don't you just jump out your window and just, how about that? How about that? Moving on.
Watch your fucking shitty ass Untamed
Yeah,
Heart.
go watch Untamed Heart in Paris, Texas. You fucking loser.
I wanted this topic to be over like 20 minutes ago.
No, we're gonna keep talking about Nicolas Cage. Actually, Harv, what's your favorite Nicolas? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I say we do just to fuck with him now.
All movies that we watch from here on out as a group are Nicolas Cage movies.
Yes. Whenever we have a watch party, and I'll make sure Mama Disc goes in there and makes you watch it, tapes your fucking eyes open, and
Yeah, I say we
makes you
watch
it.
the shitty ones on purpose. Let's watch Bangkok Dangerous next.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Or Ghosts in the, what is it? Ghosts?
Ghost Rider.
No. Oh, hey, that was actually a good one. I like Ghost Rider. Part 2 sucked, but part 1 was good.
I don't like either of them.
You shut the fuck up. You just don't like them because they're comic book movies. You don't like comic book movies.
No, I'll tell you why I didn't like it, because the CGI was dog shit, which is a perfect segue into our next topic of the evening, practical effects versus CGI. So, Harv, you were saying something about this topic and why we wanted to add it tonight. What were you talking about?
Yeah, I saw something on TikTok that it says that I believe it said that, I might get it wrong, so forgive me if I did, but that people in the movies that are making the movies right now are starting to steer away from CGI and start going back, and they're curving back to special effects and makeup. So
Glory be to God for that.
Which I think they should, because I think they should use CGI as a tool. They started relying on it too much, like way too much, to where it's just, I'd rather see. I like to see the skill of the makeup team, of them doing certain things and how they come up with it. It's kind of, you look at it and you're like, wow, how'd they do that? Okay, that looks cool. Rather than just a computer generating it and being done. That's it.
Well, what do you feel about, like, because I've seen a few videos on this topic, but in particular, what they'll do is they'll look at CGI from like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and compare it to now. And so you look at movies like Transformers and how awesome that looked and still looks today. And I don't think it's necessarily a problem with CGI. I think it's a problem with like the talent, or maybe the time given to the CGI artists to put out this shit. Because if you go back and watch those Transformer movies, it's really fucking good looking. Like, it's really amazing what they were able to pull off, and especially like blending the CGI with like the building destruction and stuff like that, and like putting like the real actors in front of it and everything. It just looked really amazing. But now CGI, like look at the Marvel movies or whatever, it just looks like fucking 2D animation, almost like horrible dog shit looking animation. And so that's my issue with it. It's not so much the CGI; it's just the quality of
Well,
the CGI.
I heard it hasn't, it got to its peak, like with those movies, but it hasn't advanced
It looks like
like at
it's
all.
devolved, if anything. It looks
Yeah,
like it's gotten worse. Like not like it didn't like plateau and then stay plateaued. It went like this and then it just dropped like right around, I'd say, like, I don't know, maybe the first, like around like when the Avengers and all that shit was coming out, around that time, like the mid 2010s, and then going into the later 2010s, it just started getting worse and worse for me, at least. And is my opinion.
Mhm.
But
I prefer. I mean, I like CGI. Don't get me wrong. I think it should be used, but I also like the way they use like makeup and special effects
mhm.
for movies. I think it's cool. Like, because thinking how did somebody, when you're watching, you kind of analyze the movie. How did they do that? Like, how did they make this happen, or how did they make it look like this, or just sound effects? There's so many little intricate parts that everybody uses on with computers now, and it can just be automatically AI generated. Um, that they got away from all the actual
Mhm.
puppetry and things like of that nature. Like
Well,
now, where you can, and I think it's also better for the actors, like if they're doing with puppets and they're dealing with stuff like that, to where they actually are talking to them, interacting with something physical than just a big blue dot or a green dot right here that they're gonna put
mhm.
something in later. And I think it adds more to the acting. I mean, actors are awesome if they can do that,
Mhm.
but I think it just adds a little bit more like emotion.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Harv might have glitched out on us there. Anything to add to that disc?
Well, I want to add, but I don't want him to start talking.
Oh, it's okay. We'll just shut him up. Oh, he's back.
There you
My
go.
back.
Yep, you're back.
Oh, all right. So all I wanted to say was, because you brought up Marvel, and I wanted to bring up my movie when it comes to Marvel.
Okay.
I watched behind the scenes of Guardians 3, and there's a lot of makeup or special effects used in that movie. And it was impressive. I mean, they have like, I think it was like three different sets that the whole thing was filmed on. Yet alone, they had the most amount of like a new record for just costume designs than what's it called? Like makeup design and all that stuff. It was higher than like the Grinch by like a far. Like the
Mm.
Grinch, like Jim Carrey, that used to be the highest. And they like blew that like way past. But what I wanted to say was, when you were talking about, I think you said this, hard when you said about it, like how you don't like how they have to like add it in later, right? Like you like it when the actor can talk to the person or like a puppet or whatever.
Yeah,
And in Guardians 3, the the person who, like Rocket, he's obviously CGI or whatever you want to call it. But when they record his shots, James Gunn, his brother, he's actually like crawling and like being Rocket while they're shooting it. So they kind of do have like their ways about it.
they
So
do.
it's kind of
But
interesting.
look at the movie that everybody seems to be gooning for right now, Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
That
That's a lot
robot. That's
of
all. Like most of that movie was all special effects. It was hardly any CGI, from what
Oh really?
I've understood. That little robot thing that they actually made that and was part. It wasn't CGI.
Yeah,
The only
Everybody was
movie
amazed at that.
it's like I know that, like, so I don't want to say too, based on what I was saying earlier. I'm not trying to like say that I don't love practical effects. If I had my way, we wouldn't have any CGI. We'd just figure it out, even if it
You
looked
fucking
lesser
backtracking
than.
motherfucker.
But uh I do want to say that I know it's more costly to do practical effects in some ways, like depending on what you're doing or whatever. But I do agree that like getting away from CGI as much as possible would be the best thing. And if that is the way that we're going, then I hope that more
yeah.
people see it. But I do want to add that like it's not for every kind of movie that I believe that for, because like if it were a movie like Transformers, I mean, if you could pull it off in a practical way, I don't know how the fuck you could, but if you could, yeah, sure. But I don't really see anybody doing that, especially for a Transformers movie. But like horror
No,
movies, way more practical effects for horror movies. I don't want to see another fucking CGI'd werewolf ever again. You know, I don't want to see like, and I'm hoping Mr. Eggers doesn't do that later this year, but um, yeah, horror movies specifically. And also like for me, like I'm a big fantasy guy, you know, like so we've had our conversations about Lord of the Rings, but like I'm pretty sure I sent you that clip of of Ian McKellen when he was breaking down when they were filming The Hobbit, and he couldn't take it anymore because he was like just acting in front of nobody, and he like had this moment where he just completely broke down and started crying. And you compare that to the shit that they were doing in the original trilogy and a lot of the like really creative camera angles that I forget, there was like an actual name for it, but they had to like turn the camera while turning the table at the same time in order to create the fact that one actor was bigger than the other. It's fascinating stuff, all illusionary kind of stuff. It's like magic, like in a way. So I would like to
Yeah.
see that come back, um and like I did see it with that Dungeons and Dragons movie. Did you guys see that one? Came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
So there was obviously there was a lot of CGI in that, but there was also a lot of practical effects in that too. And I was like, I remember I was watching it and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like there's like, that's like real. I can see that it's like kind of fake, and I like that, I kind of like that. So hopefully they do more with it. I hope you're right, Harv. I really do.
I I think like what it is too is I think one, it's just less convenient for the people that are making the movie. It costs more and it just takes more time. And I think with now, I think I've said it before, it's just now people are just booming out movies and it just feels like unnecessary to them, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Because
Yeah.
everything's such like a shorter time crunch.
Yeah.
Which it shouldn't have to be though. That's the thing that like what drives me insane. Like it should like we're not asking for all these movies. It's just happening. You know?
and I think that's why they're putting out a lot. If like for the past few years, a lot of movies have been shit, is because they're churning them out so fast. I think if they slow down, they probably would create a lot more quality movies.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
like put more thought into it.
Who knows though? I mean, it could also be. I mean, like the reason that they're doing that. There's a lot of reasons, I'm sure, but you have all of these competing streaming platforms that are also putting out their own independent movies. That like, like Netflix originals or Prime originals, and they're all competing in that manner as well, like to retain customers and shit like that. So that's another factor. There's a lot of different reasons why they're getting pumped out the way that they are, but you're not wrong that like maybe if they did take time that the
Mhm.
quality would be better, but that's not always a guarantee. Like you see that in video games all the time. People work on video games for like 15 years, they release it, and that shit's done by the next day. They'll bump like there was a video game that came out not too long ago that Sony produced, and it was like a ridiculous amount of money. I don't remember how much money it was. It was some crazy amount of money, and the game was completely dead within like the first week of it launching. And I mean, dead as in like they pulled it from the stores. You can't play it. You can't buy it. It's just all a big fucking L on their part. They just lost all the money. So time, I don't know if that's necessarily a thing. It could be a factor of why movies are shit now, but they're not all shit. So something's happening for sure, but who knows? But speaking of shit movies, Pinocchio Unstrung is coming out this year, or maybe it's already out. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to that. What do you guys think of these
Universe.
Disney horror mix movies?
Oh gosh, they are the Pooniverse. I think that's what it's called, or what is it? It's
The Poonaverse?
It started out like that, and now it's like just Disney Archive. Like I don't even know.
that's what I'm going to
Expl-
call it, the Pooniverse, because
Explain
it
it to
started off with
somebody.
Winnie the Pooh. It started
Okay.
off with Blood and Honey, so it's the Pooniverse. Um, I don't know. They're so bad. I mean, there's some that are not even part of it. Like there's a Popeye one. There's a Steamboat Willie one. Um, I just I'm it's it's cool that there's a different take on it, and it's something different. Of what ifs. They're kind of the what ifs movies.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody took a beloved character like Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, Bambi. I know Bambi's part of it. Now Pinocchio, and did something to where it just ruins people's childhood memories of these awesome movies or awesome animated cartoon movies, whatever you want to call them,
Mm-hmm.
and made them just bad, but fun. I think they're fun.
Okay. I have not watched a single one. I don't think I ever will.
You fucking piece of shit, you.
Well, I just like, okay, here's my thought on it. I don't think anybody shouldn't be allowed to make them or anything like that. It's just like one of those things where it's like I'm just never gonna watch it. So I'm not gonna bitch about it in the sense of like, oh, we need to do something about this or raw. I'm just never gonna watch it. But I don't like there's some things that I just
I'm on a movie podcast. I'm gonna fuck these movies. I want them to be banned.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just don't. I don't like that they. I don't know. Like these movies, I feel like they're special, and like I get that that's the point that they were special, and they want to tarnish that and like make it something nasty or whatever. Like I get the whole thing, but I just those movies did mean a lot to me growing up, and so like I don't have any desire to watch Bambi fucking kill people or Pinocchio kill people or Winnie the Pooh kill people. Like it doesn't. There's nothing about that interests me in the slightest. But obviously people fucking watch them. They want to see more of them because otherwise they wouldn't keep making them. I think. But yeah, that's my thought on those. I honestly, there's some movies out there that I just don't know why they're made, but they do good. So fuck it, I guess.
You know what though? I think it's somewhat original. It's an original
It's
thing
the
because it
opposite of
doesn't.
original. They're
Not
stealing the
really. I
idea.
mean, is it a remake? Is it a remake? Because that's all we're getting is fucking remakes
In a
or
way,
reboots.
Kind
No,
of,
it's not
yeah.
really.
It's a
it's
spinoff.
remaking
No,
Winnie the Pooh as a serial killer.
no, it's a different take on it. It's not remaking it. It's a different take, but it's not a fucking remake. It's
Imagine
not the same shit over and
But they all
over
have,
and
but they
over.
keep like for the Pooh one, they keep the whole Pooh like history,
Yeah, but
like
it's a different
lore,
take on
but
it.
then they spin it off. So it's basically a spin-off.
Well, here's my okay. If the people who made these movies put forth the effort to create an original idea, then maybe they could blow up like the Terrifier guy did. Because I don't think Winnie the Pooh, the horror version, is going to be as big as Terrifier. I don't think that
Oh
Bambi, the
no, not at all.
but that's what I'm saying is that again, I'm not trying to shit on anyone's like careers or anything. Like, do what you
That's all
do.
you've been doing.
No, fuck you. I'm
That's your
saying
whole
like,
fucking rant.
but I'm just saying like, if they put forth that effort and try to create something original, then maybe they could blow up and like then they'd have the funds to make the movies that I'm sure they actually want to make because I doubt that Pooh and Honey or whatever the fuck it's called is like what they want to do for the rest of their lives. I could be wrong on that, but I would imagine they want to be successful and make a lot of money and then make movies that they really want to make. And whatever. I'm just, that's just my
The
view.
only thing I'll add to that is you can only pull so many times with the way that they're making their movies. If it is the same person, which I'm assuming it is.
Well, they
You know
just
what I
wanted to have that block. They wanted to have this little universe of an alternate
I
reality.
think as they come out, the less and less they're gonna make, and then they're kind of gonna be struggling.
Well, yeah,
Well, I think
it's going to be like from the director of the Pooh-verse. I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but like the Pooh, yeah, from the director, blah blah blah. And so then they're gonna that's gonna be like their crutch, I guess, for whenever they do decide to do something original. If they do go that route, so maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it'll help them out in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how those movies will age.
Like
Not
Milk.
well. Like,
I don't know. I don't like. It's
hey,
weird to think about.
they might turn into some good cheese. I don't know. because they are fucking cheesy. They're
'Cause
pretty fucking cheesy.
I bet there's people now, like like kids, that don't even know who Winnie the Pooh is.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't. I highly doubt.
Well, I
That's
know
what I'm saying.
I know what you're
Right,
saying,
right.
Disc. Like there are, I mean, there are
Like,
some, like at least Bambi and shit like that. Like, unless your mom and dad are like Disney fans that grew up with that
make
themselves,
you watch it.
you're
Yeah.
probably just gonna be watching fucking Miss Rachel or, you know, Bluey and like whatever the shit the kids watch now. You know.
And I think even if they even got into watching it, I think it's even less likely that they're gonna have any interest to watch those, like what they're doing with it. So I don't know. It is interesting to think how it would age.
Yeah, I just those types of movies aren't watched by like casual movie watchers anyway. For the most part, I feel like if anybody's watching these movies, they're probably like big horror fans that like watching B-rated shit movies on purpose. You know, like I don't think that they're your average people are renting this on Prime and stuff. You know,
People like Harv that go on Tubi.
yeah,
Post their
types like that.
Tubi,
Fucking Tubi vultures.
if you ever want to sponsor Harv Movie Hut, get at me. I'm on TikTok. If anybody
It's
from
free.
Tubi ever hears this, if you ever want to just pay me to advertise.
What discount are you gonna get out of it?
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna get this guy who gets concurrent 3 viewers to
They're gonna
sponsor
get
our
rid of
free
your ads.
platform.
They'll remove your ads, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Use code Harv's
If you want
Movies
this
Nuts.
face right here to be the marketing campaign for Tubi, get at me.
Yeah, they'd probably get the Rizzler before they got you, man. Just gotta take that beard off. Same guy.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Well, to end the episode today, let's go through our recommendations for anybody who decided to make it this far in our shitty little podcast episode. What you got, Disc?
That's a lot of shitty stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna name this one the
Like
shitty
Nicolas
episode.
Cage, definitely.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Smart ass.
Yeah, isn't Nicolas Cage gonna be in the Pinocchio movie? That's what I heard.
No, I think your mom is
Fucking
though.
Johnny Depp is.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. What's the topic we're doing right now?
Your movie recommendation for the week.
You fucking deaf fuck.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, I will recommend a not shitty movie.
My
and that
ass.
would be Inside Llewyn Davis. It is a movie by the Coen brothers. And I think the reason why I recommend it is because I think it's one of those Coen brother movies that you either look past it or you just don't give it a chance. So, with that being said, I want you guys to give it a chance. I think you'll like it. And it doesn't really feel like a Coen brothers movie. It's like its own little thing.
What's the basic premise?
It's about this. I don't know the actor's name, but pretty much he's like a struggling, like folk musician, and he's kind of living day by day. He doesn't have a place to live, and he's just kind of, I mean, yeah, he's going day by day, and he's like also encountering other people, and like the music changing a little bit, and kind of like his stuff's being outdated, and he also lost his folks like member in his band or whatever you call it. He passed away, so he's also trying to get through that, but he also wants to continue his career. So it's a really good movie. I like it a lot.
Oh, so you're saying he's basically doing what Johnny or Nick Cage is doing, so he should just stop.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's your whole argument for
No.
Because he's down in the dumps, he should
so he
stop.
should just stop it in the end credits. There you go. It should be like a 15-minute movie.
What you got for us, Harv?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a classic. I'm going with Born in East LA. That one is, if you don't know it, you should watch it. It's funny. It's from the late 80s. It's Cheech Marin. where he gets deported. He's an American citizen, but he still gets caught up in a immigration raid, gets deported, and the whole movie is him trying to get back and all the shenanigans that he gets into while trying to get back to East LA. Very funny movie.
You're so Mexican, dude. I love you. All right. Mine is from 1996. It's a movie called Freeway. It's got Kiefer Sutherland and Reese Witherspoon. It is like a modern urban kind of retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. This movie's weird as shit, but you get a great, really fun performance out of Reese Witherspoon in this one, and Kiefer Sutherland's like super duper creepy in it. But if you like, you want something that's kind of like a dark comedy, and I don't feel like you got a lot of those around that time. So this is like kind of a special one. Then I would definitely recommend this one. And I think it has a sequel as well. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard a lot of people say that it was pretty fun as well. So that'd be my recommendation for the week, Freeway. And I think, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just say I haven't seen the sequel, but I have seen the first. It's really good.
You liked it?
Yeah, I think
Freeway 2. What is it called? Highway?
No, it's called like Confessions of a Crack Baby or something like that. I'm not even joking. I'm like almost positive that's what the second part of the title is. But yeah, so that puts us at our time here. So I'll go ahead and sign off. So again, I'm Janky J.
And I'm Dispic.
I'm Harv from Harv's Movie Hut.
And we will see you guys next time. Have a great one.